Hey guys, welcome back to BitsBeTrippin. This is your host Carter. Let's get into this. So if you guys follow me on Twitter, you've noticed that I've started a vlog, a daily vlog. I'm doing just what's going on with BitsBeTrippin, what the team's doing, and the progress we're making on the next build. Haven't had a lot of YouTube videos. It's just, honestly, we don't have an editor, and there's just, the focus has been on the build, right? I want to bring you guys through it though. It drives me nuts when I'm covering really good content that would help anybody and prospective people that are coming into the Bitcoin mining scene and mining in general. Just years of experience and things that we've learned over time through lots of different failures or finding new ways to do things. I want to share that with, even though we don't really have an editor. So I'm doing kind of raw vlog style daily things on Twitter, but I want to catch everybody up on YouTube with the last few. We're on video 4. I'm going to bring in this video all 4 of those videos. You guys can skip through to them if you've already seen some of them or wanted to go back. And then from that, I'm going to have daily vlogs on YouTube. So we'll do the X/Twitter real quick, and then there'll be a day lag on YouTube. And then there'll be other produced content as we start to do this bigger build, that is stuff that I want to focus on and give you guys content that's more tactical for the build, and maybe some time savings, things that we can help, everybody in the industry, and then you guys can share your feedback to us. So let's roll the last 4 days, and you guys will start seeing these daily vlogs. Comment in put comments down, below if you guys like this kind of content, or if there's specific things that you would like to see more of that may help you in your operation. Morning, Crypto Twitter. How's it going? Carter BBT here at BBT East this morning. Just gonna do some recording and try to get some content out for you guys this week. It's a calmer week for us because it's Thanksgiving here in the U.S. and just doing a lot of fall prep and getting ready for the temperatures to drop and stuff, but gives me some time to work on some machines. So I've had this one sitting here for a little bit, and we need to get her cleaned up and kind of just get her re-going again, my dudes. It's pretty dusty. So this is what, a 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 card RTX 3080 rig. I'm just sitting here. A couple platinum power supplies. This is a 240 setup, so you can put this on 240 for this whole setup here. I'm gonna clean this up, maybe put her in a different rig. I don't know yet. We're gonna make sure all the cards are good to go. Since they've been out here in this environment, I'm going to test each card individually, and I'm going to make sure that their thermal paste and thermal pads haven't dried up, since they've been essentially in an environment that would create that. They haven't been in a house or anything. So I'll have to possibly open all of them up and clean them. Enjoyed kind of doing that stuff. Also was cleaning out a storage unit, found this old thing. I know this was like early Bitcoin days, but it is, I don't think she survived, Jim. It looks like the hard drive's out of it, and something may have been living in this thing. That old ATI graphics card. So this one is, I think, Dunzo. But just trying to go through some stuff, make sure I have some time this week to get you guys some new content. Kind of cover some of the GPU stuff, because we're going to be heavy on the Bitcoin mining stuff over the next 2 months. We're closing on the new 15 megawatt location, and then subsequently another 1.5 megawatt location, all within a couple days of each other. So closing on one, that's a transition. There's an already existing person there, and they're going to be getting their stuff out as we're putting our stuff in. So there's going to be a transition period. We'll be bringing all that video to you guys, kind of in its raw form. I'm still working on getting an editor, and this is a big one for us. This is the 10th year for BitsBeTrippin. So I started the channel in 2013, December. So like December 13th, I believe is what the day was. And we got to do something. We got to give kind of a recap of all the years of mining and stuff. We've recorded everything from that, from the beginning time to then. So I want to make this a big year, the close out of this year, a big thing for us being in this for 10 years. There's a lot of resilience, a lot of fells, a lot of just bear markets. We've lived through 4 of them, my dudes. A lot of stress. I've definitely grayed since that time. Some of the older videos, looking through them, have been pretty fun. So hopefully you guys will like some of that content. It's kind of cool to see some of the history, when we were mining. Also, I have a lot of content that was before the YouTube channel that I just never have shown. I've saved it. This is like Bitcoin mining late 2010, early 2011 content that I have, getting GPU miners working, that I was just recording with a simple camera, before the YouTube channel, which kind of inspired me to do the YouTube channel. So I've been kind of holding on to those to see if at some point maybe I do like a Netflix series or something to that effect. I know a couple directors, and we've talked about it, and there's just that content I think needs to be seen in a medium that will understand the history of kind of what drove me to do it. So, just seeing the configuration of the old CG miner and watching it mining Bitcoin off the Bitcoin node is just, a local Bitcoin daemon is pretty cool. So I think that's content that I definitely want to bring at least a portion of that in that recap video to show you guys kind of what inspired me to make the YouTube channel back in 2013. But we're looking at having that one actually professionally edited. So not just me just throwing some videos together. I want to give that as a gift back to everybody, to kind of give everybody this cool, been the journey through all the, bear markets and all that. So some good content coming this way, guys. Before you, we'll probably multi-stream that. It'll be on YouTube, it'll be on X, a couple other things, but I'm trying to do like a daily X video with you guys to kind of show you kind of a day in the life of what we do here. I haven't had a lot of content, so hopefully this longer format stuff is kind of cool on X. I don't know, but it's a good Sunday here, and just here at the shop doing some basic cleanup work and doing some stuff to record. So it is Monday, and giving you guys our daily vlog. I'm doing a daily vlog now on Twitter on what's going on in the day in the life of BitsBeTrippin daily. So today was a lot of meetings. It was kind of straightforward, boring. I do some consulting work, so I did half the day was that, just on calls, and then a few different calls related to the closing of our facility that we're about to get in North Carolina. So we had a few more calls. There's a couple different bank calls that we had to have, and just really no time to work like on any rigs or anything so far today, and I got to run out. But I was able to get the 3070 rig cleaned up, 3080 rig cleaned up. So tomorrow this thing is going to see some power, and we're going to put it on a couple different coins just to see how they're doing. Try some useful proof of work on there, and then more than likely it'll end up on Ravencoin. We'll have a low power mode for Kapow, and then really get the rest of these power supplies switched out. We have some machines that we brought back. These are S19J Pros. There's an alpha power supply there, you guys can see. And get these switched out. We run 277 power out at our site, and here in my BBT East building we have 240 power, but I do use this little connector here, or this thing, for anybody that's ever wanted to test 240 to 277. So that's just circumstance, my dudes. It is not one of our products. MTBBT, that's hilarious. Larson Electronic. This takes a 30 amp connection and steps it from 240 to 277 at 23 amp. So this little device here allows us, I have the plug here, to test our 277 machines before we take them out to our site. So if you have 240 and you wanted to test out 277 because you were about to deploy to 277, that's a cheap and easy way to do all your field testing on 277. So it's just, I wanted to bring you guys something for the vlog today of what's going on there, but that's essentially what we're doing. So we're going to be getting some S19K Pros and some T21, so bitmain T21s here soon, and S21s here in January. And we'll be doing all that testing here at BBT East ahead of deploying stuff. So we're gonna have all three models, and you guys will see some of that. Looks like we got a storm coming in here. It looks suspect. BBT Brian here cleaning up some stuff with the skid, kind of setting up our separation here. I'm cleaning up our area. Fun stuff. All right, my dudes. Well, we'll let you guys get back. Here, let me zoom out here. We'll let you guys get back to it. Thanks for tuning in for today's vlog, and tomorrow have some actual rig content. Peace, my dudes. My dudes, what a day today, huh? Vlog number 4, and a lot of active planning on the build today. Running down some cost, emails flying in all day, working on the whiteboard here. You guys can see, trying to put together kind of pod design, timeline, cost, all those kind of things. And obviously today's big news, U.S. Justice Department going after Binance, CZ stepping down. Obviously I think on Tuesday there's an arraignment hearing, a lot of fluid kind of in motion stuff. We don't use Binance, so I've never really talked about Binance short of just, it's always concerned me, like FTX. When FTX crashed, I told you guys I didn't really like BNB. I'm sitting there watching BNB's price right now, sitting at 229 right now. You know, I mean, where are they gonna get $4 billion, my dudes? I know that they make money, they make trade fees. Where's that liquid gonna come from? That's where I'd be concerned. If they start selling their positions to try to pay that, what's that payment schedule, that kind of stuff? That kind of stuff would concern me. We'll see, I guess, over the next couple of days on how that works out after essentially probably Turkey Day here in the U.S. Coming into next week. We'll see how the fallout of that goes. But a lot, obviously, news in the space when it comes to that sort of stuff. That does not affect something like our build. Crypto mining, this is part of the reason why I stay in mining and not doing Jen trading and all that kind of stuff, is a lot of this exposure on the crypto exchange side, just in a kind of a murky regulatory environment. It's been that way since back in the days and BTCE days, right? I mean, there's obviously bad actors out there and stuff, and then there's good actors that are trying to get regulatory clarity and to operate in an evolving kind of administration kind of side. You know, in the U.S., you had Trump in the last administration. Now you have Biden in this administration. You have obviously very focused attacks on certain crypto industries. But at the end of the day, if somebody's, facilitating terrorist financing, or at least the claims that they have that $1 billion of inflows, you're going to see some regulation on that and some enforcement. I mean, that's just kind of what they do, my dudes. So the crazy times, we'll see how that affects the greater crypto space. If there's a pullback, if Binance starts to have to liquidate a lot of assets, positions they have as a company. I don't know if there's a lot of on-chain data that's related to that, if we know publicly what Binance would hold, and is that going to drive crypto pricing down? One thing that we're definitely monitoring right now as crypto, Bitcoin miners, is the Bitcoin fees right now are pretty high, and we're seeing really good, rates of return when it comes to crypto mining from the fee standpoint, where you're seeing some blocks that are sitting there. You have the inflation of the 6.25 coins per block. Average fee has been about 0.33. That's about 0.56. So you're at 6.56 Bitcoins per block. That gives you kind of your aggregate and what, whatever pool you're on, what your pool luck is, what your rate of return would be on as a Bitcoin miner. We're seeing 7.5, 8 coin BTC blocks, which, that's, 15 to 16% increase in Bitcoin total block reward, which obviously gives you these little micro bursts of additional revenue, which kind of throws some of the models off. In potentially tomorrow's vlog, I'm trying to sanitize and get it to right, get the formulas right. I would like to share with you guys kind of our formulas that we have set up in Excel to very quickly be able to calculate like Bitcoin mining builds. When we're sizing up a place, particularly, when it comes to machines, I don't use online calculators. We have spreadsheets that kind of go out there and calculate everything. We do it both on hash rate and difficulty. So we kind of get both figures there to understand, and then you can kind of forecast different trajectories of where you think Bitcoin will go when you're sitting there trying to figure out your initial rates of return, how you're going to finance equipment, how you're going to pay for operations, what kind of lean operations you need to build when it comes to servicing, biannual cleanings, those sorts of things, right? You have your normal day-to-day kind of operation stuff. That's a lot of what today was for us here in this vlog, was ensuring our forecast for this next location, 15 megawatts, that we have multiple plans. We have like the normal, I would call it the critical path of the, the build itself, making sure that we're ramping up and being able to get machines online, get them taped off in the hot wall. The effort that's going to take to do that for roughly 4,500 machines, and then the breakdown on all those machines as we start to receive our batches. So we're looking at S19K Pros, the 120s, some S21s, and then we're going to be looking at some the T21s also. That has a unique connector on it. I haven't got any feedback on what power connector is. It looks like a 3-phase plug. But just going through the numbers, running the deployment, set up here on how, each rack is going to be set up. The racks are already there, but how we're going to do the networking aspects of it. And, from enterprise cloud key configuration, gateway management, just the back-end infrastructure from a smart telemetry standpoint. So that was today's vlog. I mean, that's what most of our team worked on today, is that design, and then the OpEx cost side that we'll do in another video where I'll show you guys the spreadsheet and kind of how you can, estimate your cost because it's critical to your operations, and to set those plans, and then you have your actuals as they come in, and then that allows you to do a late assessment, an LE, which gives you, it adjusts your forecast for cash flow, for what you're going to need for running your operations. So stay tuned to these vlogs. Hopefully you guys like this style. We're going to be publishing these to YouTube, I think, starting tonight. So they're going to be delayed on YouTube because this is vlog 4. So hopefully you guys like these long formats. Please comment below. Let me know if you guys like this kind of style, if you're following it, if you're seeing these. I don't even know, shadow banned or whatever. But let me know, guys. See you guys tomorrow.